Alright, so back to hot and sour soup, part 2. The mushrooms have been soaking for a little while, definitely longer than a half an hour, but I'll have to chop those up in a second. I've chopped up the pork. I've chopped the tofu and the oyster mushrooms, so that's all set and good to go. The shrimp was soaking, so it was defrosted. And then I measured out all the sauces so I don't screw it up, because I have a feeling that I probably would. So 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. You may need more than that, but I used olive oil. This is 1.5 tablespoons of chili bean sauce. This is 1 tablespoon of Shaoxing cooking wine. I'm probably saying it wrong. This is 1 tablespoon, I believe, of light soy sauce. 1/2 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, which may not need all of it, and then I think it's 2 tablespoons of Chinese black vinegar. Then you have, for thickener at the end, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, a pinch of salt, a pinch of ground pepper. They recommend black or white pepper for something stronger, but I wanted to kind of go with the theme, so to speak, and I used Sichuan pepper. And then I think this is about, let me double check how much. I can only remember so much. 1 tablespoon? Yeah, 1 tablespoon of white sugar, but white sugar and I are not friends, so I use turbinado sugar. I also prepared about 4 cups of chicken broth. I think you can use vegetable broth as well. I prefer to use the MSG free variety, so you can seek that out. It's pretty good, nice and light. So now, we'll tackle these mushrooms. When they get all rehydrated, there's some crunchy stems that I'll just call disgusting for the sake of making it easier. So you have to go in and cut off the tough part of the ones you're going to use. Not all of them have them, depending on if you bought full dried mushrooms or pieces. Yeah, it's almost like I mean, the texture is definitely different, but there's almost like a cartilagey bit of them where the stem was, so you just get rid of that. Ugh. Just gotta seek it out. And then you chop it without chopping your hands into the thin strips that you're used to seeing in this hot and sour soup. Ooh, it's like half an acre. And toss that in the pile with everything ready to be blanched. So the bamboo shoots, the lily buds, and the giant letter A, which is awesome. A for awesome! Yeah. So, anyways, so I'll chop these guys up real quick. And the next step after that is blanching everything that was pickled or soaked in brine or canned or whatever to get rid of the funny taste from whatever they came in. Ooh. Feels like part of an ear. There we go. The nub, not the mushroom. The mushroom does remind me of seaweed. Growing up on the coast, I've had the pleasure of having seaweed attack me while I'm trying to swim lots of times. And also seaweed fights, which I never did quite... Ew, that I wasn't so good at, but that whole one I don't think is usable. Anyway, seaweed in the face is not the best experience. Easy now. Here we go. Alright. So you're doing about 2 rounds of cooking in the same wok. One is going to be the blanching. I think it's about 3 cups or 4 cups of water to heat up. And I'm not that experienced with woks. I have a wok and I've cooked with woks for a long time, but woks and electric stoves, so I always had the ones with the flat on the bottom and with the sort of non-stick coating. And today I bought one that had a round bottom, which is going to cause me some problems because I have an electric stove. So I made this makeshift stand. I'm probably wasting a lot of mushrooms because I don't know what I'm doing. But that's the whole idea of trying something new. Okay, here we go. Almost. Almost. Oh. I'll come back to that and I'll pick through it. Doesn't that look lovely, Jim? Yes, okay. So, over here is the setup for the wok. On the bottom I've taken out the middle part of the burner because it's completely round and it's going to cause me some problems. And because I need my 2 hands free, I've cleverly created this oven mitt contraption, which is an oven mitt in a mug, to simply grasp the handle for me and hold on to the wok. So, what we do is we get the wok started for the blanching. This water is already hot. And you use about half a teaspoon, or half a tablespoon actually, of cooking wine, cooking wine. And just because the instructions weren't completely clear, I'm not going to take it away from that. So you want to heat it to a boil. Just double check my instructions. And make sure nothing's totally burning on the burner. Good, good, good. Back into the oven mitt. Alright. Should have heated this up in advance. You can just stare at it. So, I just need a slotted spoon. You can just keep staring at the water because that's how we do. You'll need a strainer. I have to get a strainer. Beat it. You're in the way. Ah. Strainer. And all our smelly little objects. I almost just want to like bronze my bamboo A and save it forever. Anyway, heat the water to boiling, add the cooking wine, give that a good go and then strain it, and then we'll set the pan back up for the soup. Otherwise you're going to have to sit and watch water boil, and so am I, so let's just save you that punishment.